The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here tonight to this broadcast of girls high school basketball on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's girls basketball game between the Proctor Rails and your Chisago Lakes Wildcats. As we are set here for a good one this evening, and I'm excited to be out here. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. It's a great weekend. A little bit chilly, but we're here nonetheless, and I'm excited to be here out at Chisago Lakes High School for this game between the Wildcats of Chisago Lakes and the Proctor Rails. Now, I have not seen the Rails a ton in the last few years, if really at all. Basketball-wise, haven't seen a ton of them play. So coming into tonight, a little bit clueless on that end of things, but I do know a little bit about Chisago Lakes. Got to watch them a few times here, and I've seen their scores from the other games that they have played. But looking at the roster, it is a young roster. It is a very young roster here this year. If I remember correctly, no seniors on the squad this year, and I think they've got one or two juniors. The rest are underclassmen as we take a look at their roster. Again, the two seniors. One is Mariana Cooksley. She is one of the juniors on the squad. The other junior is number 20, Kayla Larson. That is, and then they did have one other junior, Rianne Goring. But other than that, that is it. The rest are 10th, 9th, and 8th graders. So it is a young roster, a little bit of inexperience coming in here tonight for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, but they are not lacking the want, the will, and the determination to try and get their first win on the season. Now, it might be pretty difficult here tonight. They're playing against a really tough Proctor Rails team just based off their record and their rankings so far, but we'll get into that a little bit more. But first, I think we're going to hear a word from our fine sponsors. If it wasn't for them, well, we wouldn't be able to be out here and broadcast any of these games. So I want to give a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors. And we'll hear a word from them right now, then be back with more on tonight's girls basketball game here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30 and is loose.
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson.
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown Vikings.
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it.
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9
WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Game Day Gilman out here at Chisago Lakes High School in Lynchburg, Minnesota for tonight's girls basketball matchup between the Proctor Rails and the Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Just watched the JV game. That wrapped up, and now we're getting set for the varsity players to come on out here and start their game just under 9 minutes away from tip-off here at Chisago Lakes High School. But taking a look at these two teams coming in here to tonight, the Proctor Rails, we'll start with them as they are the visitors this evening. They play out of Class 2A and Section 7 in Class 2A. They right now are on top of that section. They are currently 3-0 on the season, scoring 72 points per game is their average, and they're only allowing 27 points per game, so a very good defense. But looking at their section, it's one of the toughest other than 6AA. 6AA has a lot of our other local teams in it, along with Albany, Sauk Center, Osakis, Upsala. I mean, it just has, well, maybe not Upsala, but a bunch of the other local teams that our teams play against. So it's a tough section nonetheless in 7AA. And Proctor on top right now. Of course, they've got Duluth, Marshall, Crosby, Barrington, Pequot Lakes, Aiken, Barnum, just to name a few in their section. As we take a look at what Proctor has done so far and the teams that they have beat, again, 3-0 to start the season. It started with a win over Cloquet, up in Cloquet on November 21st with a 71-34 victory. Then they were at Mountain Iron Buell High School. Now, Mountain Iron Buell, a very tough team, one of the top teams in Class Single A. They beat them 63-40. Then they finally got a game at home, and they beat Duluth Denfield, who is a 3A school, 82-7. So they have been pretty strong to start the season thus far. But again, some might say the competition that they have played is not the toughest competition in the world. So do with that information what you will. But we will look at it as they are 3-0. But again, the competition that they have played up to this point hasn't been the best, we'll put it that way. It hasn't been the strongest competition up to this point in the season for the Proctor Rails, but nonetheless, they are 3-0. On the other side, for the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, they are 0-2 to start the season, averaging 28.5 points per game, giving up 53. Now, when you've got an offense that hasn't been able to crack the 40 mark, you look at a game like tonight and say, oh boy, it's based off just on paper, it's going to be a bloodbath. I beg to differ. I think Chisago Lakes is starting to figure it out. Again, they're a young, inexperienced team, so there's a lot for them to start to figure out. But once they do, I think they're going to get rolling. And again, they played two pretty darn good teams in Malacca to start the season. That was a 52-27 loss. Then they fell to Spectrum 54-30. But again, two tough teams to start off the season. Then they get another one here in Proctor, so it doesn't get easier either. They get St. Agnes next Tuesday, and then the next Thursday they get Matamidi, but those are at home before getting off to Becker, Hermantown, and Zimmerman, then returning home to play North Branch on Thursday the 19th. So they do have a tough schedule upcoming. There are no nights off for this Chisago Lakes team. It is tough through and through, but they are a team that I think are gonna prove some people wrong. They've got a lot to prove themselves based on the youth and the inexperience, but I think they will grow. I think is the key word that we're looking for, because again, they have a lot of youth, but I think they're going to be able to grow this season a lot. And they had this youth last year. I think they're going to be able to grow a lot and learn and gain all that experience that they really need for the going into the future, because again, only the 3 juniors on this squad, no seniors, the rest are underclassmen. So I think going into next year, they're going to be really set up in good position. Well, that's enough from me. We're going to take another chance to hear a word from our fine sponsors here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. We'll be back with more pregame here after a word from said fine sponsors.
Rock Crusher Outdoors wants you to show them your buck. Rock Crusher Outdoors presents the Big Buck Contest. Send us your picture of your buck and you'll be entered to win a Ruger American 30-06 bolt action from Rock Crusher Outdoors. And wait, it gets better. If you're wearing Rock Crusher apparel and you win, Rock Crusher Outdoors will throw in a free scope. The Rock Crusher Outdoors Big Buck Contest brought to you by Dale's Heating Appliance, MDHA, Snake River, and Jim Jordan chapters. You have to the end of November to enter. Winner will be chosen at random. Full contest rules at WCMPradio.com under the contest tab. No purchase necessary.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Join us for the biggest sale of the year.
With great deals on thousands of ice fishing and winter sports products under one roof.
You can shop, compare, and save.
Special features include the thrilling Sea Lion Splash,
trout fishing in the frozen basin,
and pro fishing and cooking tips from experts in the icebox.
If there's too much to see,
come back a second day for free.
Come for the deals.
Stay for the fun.
December 13th through 15th at the Deck in Duluth.
ArrowheadIceShow.com.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, load up on deals like Heggy's Pizza, 2 for $16 with a new breakfast pizza available. Starbucks Frappuccinos are 2 for $7. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King Size for only $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon. Get ready for hunting and frying that turkey 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual are dedicated to expressing our gratitude this Thanksgiving and every day. We're thankful for your trust in us. We hope you enjoy a memorable holiday with the ones you love. Thanks for continuing to trust in tomorrow. Contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us for all your insurance needs. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reassurance Company.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on 95.5 FM, KBEK, Game Day Gilman out here at Chisago Lakes High School, getting set for tonight's girls basketball matchup between the Wildcats and the Proctor Rails. We talked a little bit before the break about how tough Proctor has been, but and how high scoring they've been, really. But maybe haven't faced the toughest competition to start the first 3 games. But again, you look at anyone, and they'll tell you they're still 3-0, and that's what is important, because at the end of the season, when you look at it, if they continue to win, they'll look at the first 3 games and go, we won those first 3. So it really doesn't matter how tough or how maybe not tough that the schedule was to them in the first 3 games. They are 3-0 nonetheless. For the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, on the other hand, it's been tough. It seems to only get maybe even tougher for the Wildcats as they go again tonight hosting the Proctor Rails, but they face Malacca and Spectrum to begin with. Then after tonight, next Tuesday and Thursday, they'll get to play at home, but against St. Agnes and Matamidi, 2 very good schools. And then they'll go on the road for 3 games on the 9th, 10th, and 16th, where they'll play in Becker, in Hermantown, and at Zimmerman. Then they'll finally return home right before Christmas break on December 19th to host North Branch. So a very tough road for this Wildcat squad, but again, a lot of experience to be gained and a lot to learn on that road to right before Christmas, quite honestly. So that is the buzzer. We're going to get our national anthem and our starting lineups, and then when we return, we'll have the tip-off at Chisago Lakes High School for this girls basketball game. But first, a word from our fine sponsors, then we'll have starting lineups coming your way after the break.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Back here on 95.5 FM, KBEK. Getting set for tip-off here, but first, your starters for the Proctor Rails. It'll be number 3, Chloe Carlson. Then number 4, Sierra Chacho Carlson. And number 11, Paige Evans. Number 12, Presley Tapani. And then number 22, Lily Smith. On the other side for your Chisago Lakes Wildcats, it will be number 1, Claire Beaver. Then number 4, Annika Hall. Number 12, Mariana Cooksley. Kayla Larson is wearing the number 20, and then number 24, McKenna Thorson. Those are your starters for tonight for the Wildcats and the Rails. Of course, you might be able to hear that PA announcer. If that sounds familiar, well, it's because it is. That's Joshua Miron, the morning show host over on 100.9 FM, Cool Country. So, yeah, if it sounds familiar, it's because it is. That is the Joshua Miron, who is the PA announcer for this game here tonight between the Rails and the Wildcats. Rails here tonight wearing their visiting white jerseys and shorts. The green stripe running from the cuff of the jersey down the side of the shorts down to the cuff of the shorts, if you will. The neck is also green. The black letters and numbers outlined in that Proctor green. Wildcats wearing their Wildcat green jerseys and shorts. The gold stripe, it's more of a thick rectangle stripe down the side of the jersey and short. The gold cuff and neck as well. White numbers and letters outlined in gold. Tip-off is won here by the Rails. That's Smith who has it, tries to give it inside here to Evans. Back to Smith. Smith, I can tell early on she's a quick twitch player. Chloe Carlson with it now. Carlson back out to Chacho Carlson. Carlson drops it in for 2, and that is the first points of the game. Go the way of the Rails, make it 2-0. Back the other way come the Wildcats. This is Hall. Annika Hall at the Chisago Lakes logo, gives it over to Kayla Larson. Nearly stolen away, but the Wildcats get it back. Annika Hall gives it over to Larson. Larson trying to get around the defender, Smith. Smith, great position there. Now she gives off to Thorson. Thorson was pit-pocketed there, and the ball is up for grabs. Going to be officially stolen away here by the Rails. They'll have it for a shot, no good, and it's rebounded there by Mariana Cooksley. Cooksley will hand it off to Hall. Hall will bring it up the court now on the near side. Guarded well. He wanted to go into the near side corner, so he gives it back to Cooksley at the top of the key. Cooksley is going to get called for a travel, and it will be turned over, so the Rails will get the ball back. 2-0 early on. Proctor with the lead. Smith inbounds here to Carlson. Carlson on the near side, pass far side to Evans. Evans then on the far side to Chacho Carlson. Now back here to Carlson on the near side. Carlson up the court to Chacho Carlson. Now on the far side, Lily Smith drives inside, gets past one defender. Shot is up and good for Lily Smith to make it 4-0 Rails. Full court press here put on by the Rails. It's Kayla Larson trying to get by Smith. Larson does a good job to get by her. Now up into the offensive zone. Tries to pass inside to Thorson. Thorson back outside to Beaver. Beaver had the shot, didn't take it. Now is pit pocketed. That ball is still up for grabs, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by the Rails, Chloe Carlson. So no official steal there, but it was taken and last touched by the Rails. And Monica Hall had no one to get it into, and it quickly does to Thorson. Thorson came open after the help calls. Thorson, she's nearly pit-pocketed it, but she gets it back from the defender. Thorson gives it to Cooksley. That one, a pass that was, well, a little too soft, and then the shot there from Carlson is no good. Going to be picked up and rebounded here by Claire Beaver. Beaver gives it off to Thorson on the far side. It's still 4-0, Rails with the lead. Thorson on the near side, driving middle, gives it off near side to Annika Hall for three. That's going to go well long, and rebounded there by Chacho Carlson. And on that other side, it's going to be Chloe Carlson who drops it in for two. Making it 6-0 now. Wildcats, Beaver looking to inbound. She does to Hall. Hall on this near side, going to drive past the defender up into the offensive zone. Wants Cooksley all alone, driving inside the paint. Shot is up and no good, but they're going to get a foul here on the Rails. That'll be called on Chacho Carlson. Cooksley's first one is up and good. So Cooksley drops in the first one. Looks like we got a couple changes here for the Rails. Looks like 2, 1, 2, 33 and 34 are in. So the second shot is no good. Rebounded there by the Wildcats. So 1 of 2 goes Cooksley. This pass is going to be stolen away. The other way, it's up, shot, no good. Rebounded there by number 33. I'm trying to get all these names on the fly. Can't do it. I'm not that skilled. Number 1 left alone for 3, no good. Shot rebounded there by Larson. Number 1 is Gianna Hansen. Now on this near side with it, it's number 30 for a 3. It's no good. That's Rayanne Goring. Goring shot is no good. Rebounded here by the Rails. With it, the other side now getting it off to Ellie Peace. He's on the far side to Paige Evans for 3, and Evans is good on the 3 to make it 9-1 Rails. Again, full court press here put on by the Rails. Now they'll back off. It's Claire Beaver who will take it up the court. Beaver has it stolen away and was lackadaisical getting back on that one. But now here's Hansen again. Hansen back outside. Now here to Evans. Evans gets around one defender in the paint. Shot is up and rings around the rim and drops in for 2. And we'll get a timeout called here by the Wildcats. While they take a timeout, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here and try and talk about what has been going on so far. For the Rails, they're looking to push the pace early and often. Just trying to get the, in my opinion, the what is their name? The Wildcats off their game early and often, and just trying to get them to get tired, I think. So trying to get all the subs that were in for the Wildcats, or the Rails rather. Now here come the Wildcats out of the timeout. With it is Kayla Larson. Larson on this near side. Who wants to go to Goring. A nice spin move to get inside. Gives it outside here to Claire Beaver. Beaver gives it back to Goring. Goring fakes the shot. Now back out on the far side there to Luciana Asleason. And now back to Goring for three. Shot is no good. Rebounded there by Peyton Walker. She'll take it the other way. She'll take it the distance. Shot is up, no good. I think we're going to get a foul here on Proctor. That will go against Greta Gustafson. Her first, team second. Few substitutions once again. This Rails team looks like they're going to go deep. Looks like about 9. Either way, the Wildcats will inbound. Now with it is Annika Hall. Asleason with it on in the near side. Annika Hall gets it inside. Shot is up, blocked, but tipped back to her teammate Thorson. Thorson on the far side, guarded well, in some trouble. That pass is going to be stolen away there by Lily Smith. And now up in the paint. Shot is up by Carlson. No good. It is rebounded by number 12, Tapiani. Shot is up again, no good, bouncing around. That is going to be Larson with the rebound this time for the Wildcats. Up quickly from Annika Hall to Goring, now to Asleason, and she has it stolen away. Stolen away by Tapani, up on the near side. They'll go to Lily Smith. Smith, jump shot, no good. Two teammates battle for the rebound, but we're going to get a foul here on the Rails. And they call it on.
Let's go, Greg.
No, they called it on Chachao Carlson. Her second, team's third. Meanwhile, trouble with it is Asleason. She has to give it back to Claire Beaver. Beaver goes around the entire defense, gets it up to Goring. Goring in the paint, gives it back out to Annika Hall. Annika Hall fakes the shot, gives it back over here on the near side to Asleason. Back on the near side corner to Goring. Goring guarded well. Tries to go inside to Asleason. Asleason guarded well. Wanting to go back outside. She does to Claire Beaver. Beaver finds a lane to the basket. Shot is up, no good, but she was fouled. She'll line and shoot two. 11-1 our score on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. This one going to go, they're going to call it on Presley Tampani. So at the line to shoot two, Claire Beaver. First one is up and good, making it 11-2. After the shot is good by Beaver. Beaver's second one is no good. And rebounded there by Peyton Walker. She's got 4 of them now. Good passing around the horn for the Rails. This shot is up and no good by Ellie Pease. And rebounded by Tapani. Still up for grabs. They get it outside now to Carlson. Carlson for a long 2. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Ellie Pease once again. Now we're going to get a whistle and a jump ball call. Possession arrow favors the Wildcats. 11-2 is our score here at Chisago Lakes High School. 11:29 to go in the first half. Getting set to inbound now is Thorson. She'll get it inbound here to Claire Beaver. Claire Beaver's got some speed. She's showing it off. Of course, she's the freshman for the Wildcats. She gives it off to Asleason. Asleason going to be double teamed She'll get it off on the far side to Goring. Goring trying to get around one defender. Gives it back outside to Thorson for three. Just off the mark, no good. And it's going to be rebounded there by Carlson. That's Chloe Carlson. Chloe Carlson will take it up the court. Gives it near side, trying to get it to Lily Smith, but it was tipped out of bounds by McKenna Thorson. Nearly got the steal. So we'll get a substitution here. Out is Goring. In for her comes Cooksley. Lily Smith will be on this near sideline. Getting set to inbound. Bounce pass inside to Carlson. Chloe Carlson will start at the top of the key. Going to drive into the paint. Pass back outside here to Tapani. Shot is no good. Rebound. This is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats. Both Peyton Walker and Claire Beaver were fighting for that one, but it was knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they're going to say by Beaver of Chisago Lakes. Lily Smith will again inbound at the same spot she did before. She'll get it inbounded here to Chloe Carlson. She'll back up to the Chisago Lakes logo at midcourt. She'll come far side, get handed off to Ellie Pease. Now on the near side to Peyton Walker. Walker going in the paint. Pease was wide open, gives it back outside to Lily Smith, who drops it in for two. Just good passing there by the rails to open up Smith underneath the basket for an easy two to make it 13-2. Beaver up the court with it, guarded by Lily Smith, the senior. Lily Smith, an athletic player out there. As now on the far side, Cooksley trying to drive inside, looks, passes it back outside to Asleason. Asleason trying to get around the defender. We're going to get a whistle here, and that one's going to go against the rails. They're going to say the rails are guilty. That'll be their fifth team foul and the second on Tapani. 2 each for Chachao Carlson, Tapani, and then 1 for Greta Gustafson. A little bit of substitutions here. As checking back in is Kayla Larson. She subs in for Annika Hall. Again, a young team in the Wildcats, but there is a ton of heart. Beaver will look to inbound. She'll inbound it deep here to Asleason. Asleason will start on the far side, trying to drive forward. That one is nearly stolen away. Asleason does come up with it, does a good job not to travel, but now it's going to be stolen away here by Ellie Pease. Pease will bring it up the court. Shot is up, no good, but she gets fouled, and she'll go to the line and now shoot 2. That one is going to go against, I believe they called Asleason, which would be her first. And again, at the line to shoot 2 is Ellie Pease. First one is up and good from Pease to make it 14-2. Pease second one, no good, and rebounded here. Oh, by the rails, and it's Pease again who rebounded her own. Now we get a whistle. Not sure what that whistle's about, but they're going to make Proctor inbound up from the far sideline. They do. They get it inbounded here to Carlson. That's Chloe Carlson. She'll give it off on the near side here to Hansen. Gianna Hansen gives it on the far side to Ellie Pease for 3. No good. Cooksley there, but it is going to go. Did we get a foul? I think they're going to say it was out of bounds. Last touch by Proctor. So the Wildcats get the ball. Getting set to inbound is Larson. Larson looking. Nobody Getty open. Larson's going to have to get it in soon. She does not get it in time. That is the 5-second inbound rule. You have to get it in before 5 seconds. If not, it is a turnover. And that one was. So it will go back to the rails in their own offensive zone. Ellie Pease will look to inbound for Proctor. Right underneath the basket there to Peyton Walker. She backs it outside now to Hansen. At the top of the key for Chloe Carlson. A long 3 is good from Peyton Walker. That'll make it 17-2. Wildcats trail, and this is going to be a foul called there on the Proctor rails, Chloe Carlson. That'll be her first. Team 6th. Chisago Lakes right now struggling to get out of their own defensive zone. Bringing it up the court as Thorson will inbound here to Larson. Larson trying to get around the defender. Stops on a dime, brings it back to the far side of the court. Now back towards the paint, but then gives it off to Asleason. Asleason had that one knocked away by Hansen. She picks it up and gives it over to Beaver on the far side. Beaver on the far side corner. Drifts around one defender, lost the ball behind her, but she keeps hold of it. Now to Asleason on the near side. Asleason trying to get it open to Claire Beaver. Beaver, it just went behind her. And that is, actually they're going to say it was behind her because it was tipped by a Proctor rail. So it will be Wildcat ball. It was a rail player who knocked it out of bounds. That's why the pass did go behind Beaver. 9:09 to go in the first half. Beaver will look to inbound. They got 5 seconds to shoot now, 4. With it is Goring. Goring looking. She'll have to give it off to Beaver, and Beaver did not get it off in time. Another turnover there for the Wildcats, who trail 17-2 in this first half. Again, just a tough spot there. They lost track of the time and had to get that ball off quickly, but weren't able to. Smith will inbound now to Chloe Carlson. She'll walk it up the court, then pick up the pace a little bit, gives it to Greta Gustafson. Gustafson now to Chloe Carlson, inside back to Gustafson. Gustafson gets around one defender. Shot is up, no good, and Kayla Larson is right there for the rebound. Quickly up the court, Annika Hall with it. She brings it down. The pass was a little bit high. Now over here to Kayla Larson for 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound still up for grabs. Officially, Lily Smith going to grab it. She'll bring it up the court. She'll give it off on that far side to Paige Evans. Evans, she'll dish it off. Back to Smith. Now inside. Lost the ball. It's stolen away by Kayla Larson. Gives it off to Claire Beaver. Claire Beaver, she nearly got pit-pocketed. Gives it back outside here to Thorson for 3. Just off the mark. And it's going to be rebounded there by Paige Evans. Quickly up the court go the Rails, Carlson outside to Lily Smith. Lily Smith gets the defender to miss. Takes it inside for a jumper for 2. Lily Smith makes it 19-2 Rails. Full court press put on here by the Rails. Wildcats get it inbounded. It's Larson who's going to bring it up the court now. Gives it into the near side corner to Thorson. Thorson pulls it down, trying to dribble, and she's guarded well. Into the paint, she lost it, and up for grabs. Going to be stolen away by Carlson. That's Chloe Carlson. She looks to take it coast to coast, but she can't because she was fouled, and she is going to go to the line and shoot 2 now. They got this foul on Rihanna Goring. Her first, team second, but again, Chloe Carlson at the line now to shoot 2. 7:41 to go in the first half. 19-2. Chloe Carlson's first free throw is up and good. Claire Beaver will take a break. In for her is Leeson. And again, Chloe Carlson, first free throw was good. This one good as well. So makes them both to make it 21-2. And I believe I heard that we got a timeout taken here by the Wildcats. So that'll be their second of the half, and while they take one, we'll take one as well. You listen to Girls Basketball on KBEK.
Hey there, sports fans. Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City, and we have a Lee's Crazy Sale going on. It's time to gear up for hockey, basketball, wrestling, or volleyball equipment, as it is all 20% off. That's right, 20% off all your favorite hockey, basketball, wrestling, and volleyball equipment. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Lee's Pro Shop has everything you need to take your game to the next level. So don't wait. Stop by Lee's Pro Shop today. Save big on your favorite sports equipment. Hurry in for Lee's Crazy Sale. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBEK, Game Day Gilman with you here at Chisago Lakes High School, where the Wildcats trail the Rails of Proctor 21-2 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. I want to remind you we have Santa's Hotline coming up here in just a couple weeks, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Again, full court press put on here by the Rails with the Wildcats trying to get out of it. Kayla Larson, she's guarded well, and that's going to be a 10-second violation. Now, you have the 5-second violation to get it inbounded, right? So you have 5 seconds to get it inbounded. Then you have 10 seconds to get it from your defensive court past center court to kind of reset the clock, if you will. And unfortunately, the Wildcats just didn't, so it will be Proctor ball. Now it's Peyton Walker with it. She drives inside. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded there by Asleason. Asleason gives it to Annika Hall. Hall guarded well, but she's going to ride that defender, and she's got a little bit of a lane. Gives it back here to Goring. Goring trying to go all around into the paint. No foul called And now we've got a whistle, and so they call Goring for grabbing the ball with her feet, and the referee have a good laugh about it. She was trying, and the referee noticed, and she looked at the ref and laughed, and he had a laugh with her. So it is a turnover. It is Rails ball once again. This ball inside to Lily Smith. Good passing. Jumper is good for Lily Smith. That is in and makes it 23-2. She leads the team with 8 points, does Lily Smith. Very good player. I watched her in pregame warm-ups. She's super athletic. She's a really, really good ball handler as well. Good hand-eye coordination, something I wish I had. Good movement here by the Wildcats, and this shot for three is no good, but Thorson was fouled. And are they going to call this 3 or 2? Oh, they're going to say 2. So they're going to say one of her feet were inside that black line. This foul going to go against Ellie Peace. But at the line for 2 is McKenna Thorson. First one is up, no good. They're about 50% right now just under 50. Again, McKenna Thorson at the line. This one will roll home. So 1 of 2 there, and the Wildcats stay 50% on the night from that free throw line, 23-3. Full court press here put on by the Wildcats, but the Rails break it. Lily Smith unguarded, but she's going to give it off on the near side here. A long 3. Oh, my goodness. Somehow rattles home from Ellie Pease to make it 26-3. And a full court press here put on by the Rails once again. Trying to get it up is Larson. Larson had it knocked out of bounds, so it will stay with Chisago Lakes. Thorson will get set to inbound. Thorson looking, wanted to go to Goring, and said we'll give it to Annika Hall. Hall on that far side. Trying to get around the defenders. Almost into a double team. She gives it to Goring. Now to Asleason. Asleason gets by 1. Wants to give it back to Goring. Goring looks. Trying to go inside. That pass is knocked around and stolen away. That's going to be Carlson, who will get credit for the steal, but it's Lily Smith who really should get credit. Then coming all the way coast to coast is Paige Evans, laying it in for 2. 28-3, Rails with the lead. Annika Hall will inbound to Goring. Goring back to Hall. They're trying to break this full court press. Hall is just going to use her athleticism to get by the defender. She does. Up the court now into the offensive zone. Wants to hand it off here to Larson, but she cannot grab it in time. Larson battling for it with Peyton Walker, and unfortunately it winds up going out of bounds. That's touched by a member of the Wildcats. 5:38 to go here in the first half. 28-3, Rails with the lead. Lily Smith will inbound to Chloe Carlson. She'll give it off now on the far side to Paige Evans. Evans with it. Trying to get around Claire Beaver. Beaver trying to knock that ball out, but then they give it on that far side to Lily Smith. A 3 here from Chloe Carlson is absolutely drilled to make it 31-3. 5:16 to go in the first half. Annika Hall with it. Trying to get by the defender. She slides on that far side. Didn't get called for the travel. Now gives it near side to Cooksley. Cooksley with it. Trying to drive in the paint. Tries to give it back outside and travel. So yeah, as she was backing into the paint, she slid and slipped, wound up falling, and it was a travel call. So it will be another turnover. Rails will have it. Rails getting a little full court pressure here from the Wildcats, but they break it very well. Now up the court, wanting to go somewhere with it was Hanson, but then she had to break down and step back outside. Lily Smith has it on that far side using that athleticism. A short jumper is no good. Rebounded there, though, by Peyton Walker. She has 5 of them, and I did not see who made that last shot. It was Peyton Walker for 2. Makes it 33-3. Here comes Claire Beaver with it. Beaver trying to drive the court, gives it outside here to Hall for 3! Annika Hall drills it. 33-6. I was waiting for it. They had some open opportunities for 3, but hadn't had the opportunity to shoot it, and they finally get that one. Annika Hall drilled it. Now on that far side, though, for the Rails, Chloe Carlson. She's going to drive inside the paint, lays it up and in for 2. Chloe Carlson, she's also wreaking havoc here on the court for the Rails, making it 35-6. Here comes Claire Beaver. She wants to go with it, gives it outside to Cooksley, and a double dribble call there by Beaver. So unfortunately there, A good look and a good pass outside to Cooksley on that far side. She was open for three, but she double dribble, and yeah, you can't do that. So the ball will go back to the rails. 35-6 is our score. 3:50 to go now in the first half. Chloe Carlson with it, gives it to Lily Smith on that far side. Now going inside here to Hansen, Gianna Hansen. She dropped it, gives it back outside to Lily Smith. Now on this near side, getting it to Paige Evans. A three again from Chloe Carlson. It's no good, knocked out of bounds. They're going to say by Cooksley. I thought Hansen had her hand on it, but they're going to say Cooksley was the last to touch it. So it will remain Rails ball. 35-6, 3:35 to go. 20 to shoot as it was knocked out by the Wildcats. Inbound here to Hansen. Nearly had it stolen away by Beaver. An open three look for Paige Evans is good. 38-6. Here comes Annika Hall with it, though. Gives it off on the far side to Thorson. Thorson driving inside the paint. Falling, trying to shoot. And she's going to draw the foul. Shoot her line and shoot two. Oh, they're going to say not a shooting foul. They're going to say it was a 1-and-1, apparently. Well, that one's going to go against Peyton Walker, her first, team's 8th. So a 1-and-1 here for Thorson. Interesting. This one's up and good. She says, no, we're going to make this 2. So that one is good. Make it 38-7 here. McKenna Thorson. This one, no good. And knocked out of bounds by Larson. Larson nearly got the rebound. She was there, but she was battling for it along with Hansen. Gianna Hansen was there to battle. Now Paige Evans will inbound here to Chloe Carlson. Chloe Carlson will take her time to pass center court. She gives it to Lily Smith on the far side. Smith going in the paint here to Peyton Walker. A turnaround J is no good. Rebounded by Cooksley. Ariana Cooksley with it. She hands it off to Kayla Larson. Larson guarded by Lily Smith. Larson trying to get around Smith. Looks for a screen, then she hands it back to Thorson, but instead it's stolen away by Peyton Walker. And then the shot there is going to be good by Lily Smith. Going to be 40-7 now. Another steal here, this one by Chloe Carlson, and then it's dropped in for 2 by Lily Smith. Now 42-7. Here comes Claire Beaver. They got 3-on-2 here. Give it outside. Cooksley along 2, just off the mark. And it's going to be rebounded there by Peyton Walker. Quickly up the court they go. Walker's going to take it coast to coast. No good on the shot. She was denied by the rim. And then rebounded there by Larson. But then it's out of bounds. And whose ball is it? They're going to say Wildcats ball. So it was knocked out of bounds by a member of Proctor, but it's 42-7. Annika Hall will get set to inbound once we resume. We've got a couple substitutions here for the Rails. Claire Beaver will start with it. Drifting to the far side. Gives it to Goring. Goring hands it now to Thorson. Thorson gives to Asleason. Asleason at the top of the key, waiting for the offense to get set. Now she drives inside herself. Spin move, gives it back to Goring. Goring has it go through her hands, but she gets it back. Driving, gives it off on the far side to Asleason. Asleason, she's trying to go around that far side. 5 seconds to shoot. Goring for 3. No good. Rebounded there by Chloe Carlson. She'll take it up the court quickly and slow things down on the offensive side. Gets around Beaver. Hands it off now to Tapani. Or Tempani. Greta Gustafson with it. She gives it near side to Chloe Carlson. Carlson from that elbow. Nice pass inside to Gustafson. It's blocked and then knocked out of bounds by a member of the Rails. They're going to say it's Tapani who knocked it out of bounds, so we'll give the ball back to the Wildcats. A rare turnover there by the Rails, and the Wildcats need to capitalize off the turnover. Goring gets the inbound there from Thorson, gives it back to Thorson. Thorson going to use her speed to get up past one defender. Inside the paint, gives it outside here to Asleason. Asleason trying to drive inside. Shot is up. Oh, and the rim unkind. It's no good. Carlson will get the rebound for the Rails. She quickly takes it up the court. Carlson pulls it down, gives it off here to Paige Evans. Evans now back to Tapani. Tapani has it. Try to go in. They're going to get a foul here on the Wildcats. It'll be their third and the first for Annika Hall. Getting set to inbound now is Chichao Carlson. Inbound here to Greta Gustafson on the near side. Gives it to Evans at the elbow. Now back to Chisago Carlson. An illegal screen here called on the rails. Greta Gustafson. It'll be her second and the team's 9th. So a quick inbound here for the Wildcats to Goring. Goring from Thorson. Goring trying to get around the defender. Goring looking. She gets by one defender. Gives it off near side to Asleason. Asleason thought about three, pulls it down. Gives it back now to Thorson. Thorson to Goring. Goring. She pulls it down, but that one is tipped and stolen away by Gustafson. And now on that far side, it's Chloe Carlson. Gets by one defender. Gives it off to Paige Evans for three. It's long, and it is going to be rebounded there by Tapani. Now on that far side, Evans with it. Evans, jumper good. It's going to be 44-7. And now with 10 seconds left, the shot clock is off. So Hall will hand it to Claire Beaver. 5 seconds to shoot. Beaver in the paint. Shot is up and good for Claire Beaver. And that will do it for the first half of play. But Claire Beaver with the last second shot there to get the points for the Wildcats. But at halftime, the Rails lead the Wildcats of Chisago Lakes 44-9. We'll take a commercial break, hear a word from our fine sponsors. Then when we come back, we'll talk about what happened here in this first half. We'll talk about how each team did and what the teams need to do in this second half to continue their success or try and get things to go their way. But first, a word from those fine sponsors here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Don't let deer derail your future. Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual encourage you to practice safe driving, especially this time of the year. If you see a deer on the road, slow down, stay calm, and don't swerve to avoid it. Find more driving tips at GrinnellMutual.com. We are dedicated to your safety, so you can trust in tomorrow. Contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us today for all your insurance needs. Trust in tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reassurance Company.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Join us for a fantastic family adventure.
The crowd favorite Sea Lion Splash offers multiple thrilling performances each day.
Try your luck at catching a trout in our frozen basin for prizes.
Learn fishing secrets from pros at the Icebox,
along with cooking demos from Field and Flame.
If there's too much to see,
come back a second day for free.
Come for the deals.
Stay for the fun.
December 13th through 15th at the Deck in Duluth.
ArrowheadIceShow.com.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. Right now, load up on deals like Red Bull 8.4 ounce cans, 3 for $6.50. Frito-Lay varieties, buy one get one free. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King Size candy bar for $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon to get ready for hunting and frying that turkey. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBEK. The Wildcats trail here at halftime, 44-9 against the Proctor Rails. But the Wildcats have shown a ton here this evening. Athleticism, some good shots, and their offense has shown the ability to get some plays working for them. But the Rails right now are just in a way running the Wildcats kind of ragged almost, if you will. The Rails have just put the pressure on and put it on early and have been nonstop. They are running the court back and forth. They're sprinting up the court when they've got it on offense. Then defensively, they're turning right back around and putting on some full court pressure. So there has not been a lot that the Wildcats have been able to find for open space. And they've done a good job to find some shots. They just haven't been able to get them all to fall. When they have had some open shots, they have been blocked. There has been a few blocks here by the Rails in this first half, but the Rails have done a pretty good job as well. This team is a talented team. They're pretty deep as well for the Rails. The Proctor Rails, again, pretty deep as we look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. They got their starting, 5, and then they go another 4. So they've had 9 that we've seen in this first half. So they go at least 9 deep, if not maybe more. But again, after Thanksgiving break, they might shorten up the bench a little bit. Maybe they'll extend it here in the second half. We'll see. But with the Proctor Rails, again, they're pretty deep, going 9 there in that first half. And it was very interesting to see the different types of players and the different types of things that they bring to this team, whether it be their athleticism, their shooting, their ball handling skills, whatever it may be. The defense, their ability to quickly get back on defense, their ability to notice, the play from Chisago Lakes. They've done a really good job as we take a look at some of the first half stats there, leading the way for the Rails. Both Lily Smith and Paige Evans had 12 points. Then right behind them was Chloe Carlson with 9. And then 4 for Ellie Pease, 5 for Peyton Walker, and then 2 for Chisago Carlson. Rebound-wise, leading the way with 6 was Peyton Walker, and then 3 for both Tapani and Chloe Carlson. Free throw-wise, they were 3 of 4. Ellie Pease was 1 of 2. They had 9 fouls and 12 steals, 4 of them taken by Chloe Carlson there in that first half. For the Wildcats leading the way, both Annika Hall and Claire Beaver had 3 points, 1 for Mariana Cooksley, and then 2 for McKenna Thorson. They were led in rebounds by Kayla Larson with 4. They were 4 of 8 from the free throw line, 50%, 3 fouls, and 1 steal. So less than ideal for Chisago Lakes. And again, it's not so much that they don't have the talent, they don't have the skill, anything like that. It's just, as of right now, the Rails have just kind of outran them is really what it is. The Rails are again, sprinting up and down the court. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It is pedal to the metal, 100 miles an hour in everything that they're doing right now, both offensively and defensively. And they've executed it at a high level. It's different when you're not executing real well, but the Rails are doing it at such a high level right now that the Wildcats are having trouble stopping it just because the Rails do get the ball up the court so quickly. We'll talk more about that and a little about what the Wildcats need to do here in the second half to try and turn things around and at least have some success with their play here in the second half. But first, we'll hear a word from our fine sponsors on Nice 95.5 FM. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and he's loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Well, back here on 95.5 FM, Game Day Gilman with you on this Saturday after Thanksgiving. Just about a minute left before we start the second half of play. The Wildcats down 44-9, but again, it's a little lopsided, and although a comeback is, I don't want to say not likely because we've seen crazier things happen, but although a comeback would be tough to do, let's put it that way, there is still a lot of time left. There's a whole half left. But for the Wildcats, I don't think you need right now. If I'm the Wildcats, I'm not so much concerned about making the comeback or anything like that. I'm concerned about how we play our own game. I'm not. If I'm the Wildcats, I even take my eyes off the scoreboard. Don't worry about even how many points you get up or score. Don't worry about that. If I'm the Wildcats right now, I'm looking at my own game and saying, okay, how can I get better? How can we improve? How can we... So I'm looking for the Wildcats to just kind of play their own game and execute their game plan at a high level. Can they do that? Can they execute their game plan and what they want to do at a high level? Can they avoid the mistakes? Obviously, mistakes are going to happen, but when the mistakes happen, can they avoid them turning into that snowball effect and just falling down and continuing to drag it behind them? And can they turn things around quickly? That's what I'm going to be looking for here in the second half, and just them playing their type of game. The Rails will start with it here in the second half. That's not how you spell half. Anyways, there's half. So the Rails have it, and this pass inside, nearly stolen away by Thorson. They'll give it back inside here to Chow Carlson. Now outside, that's Chloe Carlson on the far side. Gives it to Evans, to Smith. Back on the near side to Chow Carlson. She looks to drive inside, back outside Lily Smith. Lily Smith gives it top of the key here to Paige Evans. Paige Evans finds a lane to run through, pulls up in the paint, shot is no good. Rebounded there by McKenna Thorson. That's her first, and turnover, and shot no good. Rebounded by Chloe Carlson for herself. Ball is up for grabs. Paige Evans, meanwhile, got the steal for there, and the three is no good. Rebounded by Chow Carlson. Another three opportunity for Tapani. She's going to drive in the paint, and they're going to get a foul here on Tapani, and that's the right call. She kind of used the ball to push the Wildcat defender, and that is going to be her third, apparently. Team's first of the second half, but it is Wildcat ball now. Larson has it. She'll inbound here. Donica Hall. Hall trying to get around the defender, Evans. Evans has been so sticky with her defense here in that first half. It continues in the second. Thorson with it for the Wildcats on the near side, trying to drive into the paint, and draws a foul. They're going to get Chow Carlson, her third, and the team's second. Now checking in is going to be Ellie Peace for Chow Carlson. Larson will inbound, looking. She gets it out. Claire Beaver. Beaver at the top of the key will give it over to Cooksley. Cooksley does pick it up, avoids the defender, then had it knocked out of her hand, stolen away by Greta Gustafson. She takes it the distance. Shot is up, no good, a little bit long. Chloe Carlson there for the rebound. Her shot is up and no good. And then the rebound nearly grabbed by Ellie Pease, but it goes out of bounds, and it goes back to Chisago Lakes. So the Wildcats will have it back. Claire Beaver, she'll bring it up the court. And now into the offensive zone, trying to get around the defender, Chloe Carlson. She'll give it off to Thorson. Thorson trying to go around the horn, and it's going to be stolen away by Pease. And Chloe Carlson will take it and lay it in for 2. First points of the second half go the way of the Rails. It's 46-9. And now with it is Larson. Larson has it, trying to get around the defender, Lily Smith. Again, she has been absolutely unstoppable. Wherever she's been, she has just been so good on both sides of the ball. Meanwhile, the Wildcats will go left to right on your radio dial. Rails right to left. With it now and trying to drive inside. Thorson trying to get the shot out, but it is going to get a whistle because the Rails are going to get called for a foul again. That's Ellie Pease with her second and the team's third, and it is not a shooting foul, so the Wildcats will inbound. Claire Beaver getting ready to inbound. They got to inbound it quick. They're going to get that 5-second. There they do, but it was tipped, and it's going to be stolen away by Paige Evans. And she'll give it off to Lily Smith on that far side. Cutting inside is Carlson. She'll hand it to her. Chloe Carlson threw a hand in her face. Lays it in for 2. 48-9. Monica Hall trying to run past the defender. She loses it, picks it up. Thorson was right there to help her out, but she picked it up herself. Monica Hall now going to drive inside the paint, and they're going to get a foul. Oh, yeah. The defender was set as Hall drove inside, and that's just a veteran heads-up play by Chloe Carlson. So Annika Hall will get her second and the team's first, but again, great play there by Carlson. Just she was ready and set for it. She knew where Hall was going, and she set herself right there and drew the foul, drew the charge. Meanwhile, Carlson with it. She hands it here to Gustafson. Gustafson inside to Chloe Carlson. Her shot is no good. She's going to get her own rebound. Gives it outside. Cutting inside is Lily Smith. That's who she wanted to get it to. And as Smith pulled it in, she was fouled. And we're going to get the first here on Claire Beaver and the team's second. So we'll be inbound here for the Rails. Meanwhile, Goring and as Leeson check in for Cooksley and Thorson. Lily Smith getting set to inbound for the Rails. Trying to get it inbound, but Annika Hall is going to race after that one. She picks up the steal. Hall has got a lot of room to maneuver. She gives it over to Beaver. Beaver gets a screen, but now takes it to the top of the key. Beaver trying to get around one, gives it back out to Hall. Hall pulls it down. She gives it over to Asleason. Asleason at the top of the key, trying to give it off now to Goring. Goring at the top of the key. She's going to stop, pull up from 3. Shot is there, but just off the mark. Good look on the shot, but no good, and Chloe Carlson will pull it down. She'll give it off on the near side to Gustafson. Now hands it off to Pease in the near side corner. Back to Lily Smith. Smith gets the edge, gives it to Chloe Carlson for 3 near side. It is good. Chloe Carlson makes it 51-9. Annika Hall again trying to work around Evans. Spin move back to the near side. Wants to hand it to Goring. Back over to Hall. Hall, had it blocked, so it will not count as a travel. She did go up and down with it, but because it was blocked, it's not going to count as the travel. As Leeson driving inside, shot is up, no good, but she drew the foul. Lily Smith was there, but not set in time, and she will get called for the foul. That'll be her, well, let's see, first, looks like, and the team's fourth. So her first. And at the line to shoot 2 is Asleason. Her first is no good. Anna Hansen and Peyton Walker check into the game. But again, it's Asleason with her second. This one is good. So 1 of 2 there. The Wildcats remain at 50% for the game. It's 51-10. Here come the Rails, though, up quickly into the offensive zone. With it is Walker. Now to Hansen. Now to Chloe Carlson for 3. Oh, my goodness. Makes it 54-10 after that 3. That was, cold-blooded, as Paul Allen would say. Claire Beaver drives inside, gives it to Annika Hall underneath the basket. Back outside has Leeson on the far side. Now back to Beaver. Beaver will drift into that far side corner, trying to find someone to pass to. She does. I believe that's Asleason inside. Now back out to Beaver. Beaver trying to drive inside. Back out to Annika Hall. Top of the key for 3. Good! Annika Hall says, I'm cold-blooded as well, and drops it in for 3, 54-13. Chloe Carlson gives it off far side to Walker. Walker trying to drive inside, backs it out, now gives it back outside here to Ellie Pease at the top of the key. Now Chloe Carlson left alone for three. That's going to come up short, and it is knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. Trying to get it was Goring, but she knocked it out, and get a substitution here for Chisago Lakes. This will be number 23, Lily Smith. We've got two Lily Smiths out there, believe it or not. Yes, there are two of them in this game. A three there to make it, no, you're going to say two from Chloe Carlson. It was not a three. It's 56-13, and the Wildcats have it in their offensive zone as Leeson gives it to the other Lily Smith, the Wildcats Lily Smith. With it is Larson, Kayla Larson. Ball's on the ground. It's up for grabs. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors the green and gold. Lily Smith of the Rails will check in, along with a new member of the Rails, number 32, Anna Evans. So Anna Evans will check in, and this ball is going to be rebounded by Ellie Peace. They'll bring it up the court. Lily Smith for the Rails has it. Now to Hanson. Gianna Hanson trying to drive inside. Back outside, passes behind Anna Evans, and it will be a turnover, and the Wildcats will get it back. The Wildcats Lily Smith will inbound here to Claire Beaver. Beaver shifts one way, goes the opposite way to the far side. Guarded well by Lily Smith, but she got the edge. Now driving inside, back outside as Leeson. As Leeson had a chance at three, she pulls it down, trying to drive inside herself. The hook shot is good! Who am I to question her on the drive? Lucius Leeson for two. Makes it 56-15. Good-looking shot. And foul there on the Wildcats, I do believe. It'll be the team's third and the second on Asleason. Substitution here. Wildcats will get Thorson in for Beaver. And the Rails will inbound. Lily Smith looking. She'll inbound here to get it to Peyton Walker. Walker will shout nearly at the Chisago Lakes logo. That ball gets through everybody, and I think the Wildcats were even surprised it did. They're going to get the steal. It's going to be Kayla Larson who picks it up. She'll give it to Lily Smith for the Wildcats. Now to Asleason. Asleason on the far side. Guarded well in the corner. Spins back around trying to drive inside. Shot is up, blocked. Oh, they got that call the last time. They're not going to get it here. So it will be up and down. That will be technically a travel, and the ball will go back to Proctor. Joe Carlson will inbound to Anna Evans. And Evans brings it near side. She'll hand it to Lily Smith. Smith quickly moves her feet, gets it back over to Tapani. Tapani now to Smith. Smith, the jumper just outside the paint, is good. That is her bread and butter. And she has absolutely been just amazing from there. A steal here by the Rails, number 23. Not sure who that was. We'll get the word here. Regan Rodberg. And we got a foul here on the Wildcats. That's going to go against Goring, her second, and the team's fourth. So Rodberg will check in now for the Rails. Rodberg inbound here. Ooh, could have gotten a foul there on Tapani as she got the inbound, but they're not going to call it. It's going to be 60-15. It's Annika Hall who gives it now. Thorson has it inside. She gets around the defender. Nearly drove to the basket to drop it, but whistle was blown first. It's going to be a foul on the floor for the Rails. This is going to be the first on Regan Rodberg. Inbound here to Asleason. Asleason has it. Asleason has it pit pocketed. And this is number 15. That's Julia Toll or Towel? I don't think it's Towel. I think it's Toll. Julia Toll. And This ball inside was up for grabs. Chisago Carlson had it, but lost it out of bounds. So here come the Wildcats with it. Hall has it, gives it on the far side to Thorson. Thorson thought about the shot. She pulled it down for some reason. And she definitely had the angle, but instead she drives inside, draws the foul anyways. It'll be the 16th foul on the rails, and the first against Julia Toll. So Thorson at the line to shoot 2. First one is no good. 60-15 is our score. 10:43 to go in this second half. I think we got more younger players in here for the rails. We'll try and keep up with it. As this one is good by Thorson, 1 of 2. So that'll make it 60-16. And with it now, that was Savannah Varel. Varel gives it to Toll. Excuse me, that's Rodberg. Rodberg gives it near side here to Toll. Toll back inside Rodberg for 2. 62-16. Wildcats with it. Hall has it. Hall driving near side. Gives it back to Asleason. Asleason gives it to Cooksley. Cooksley on that far side elbow. Hands it back to Hall. Hall is in the near side corner to Lily Smith. Lily Smith wanted to go inside. Now she's guarded well. She's got it over there to Asleason. Asleason gets around one defender. Trying to drive inside. Lost it. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Wildcats. Asleason not agreeing with the call. I tend to agree there. I thought the rails had touched it out last. Either way, it is going to be Varel who will inbound to Chisago Carlson. Excuse me. Chisago Carlson. We get a travel call here on Varel. That will be a turnover and give it back to the Wildcats. 9:53 to go. I believe the running clock will start at 9 minutes. Lily Smith will inbound here to Annika Hall for the Wildcats. 62-16 is our score. Inbound gets to Hall as Leeson has it now, trying to get around one defender. She's guarded well, gives it to Hall. Hall, she's guarded well, gives it inside underneath the basket. Thorson shot too strong and rebounded there by Greta Gustafson. Chisago Carlson quickly up the court with it. She pauses, gives it over to Rodberg. Rodberg gets by the defender as Leeson gives it here to Varel for 2. Long 2 is no good. Cooksley there for the rebound for the Wildcats. Annika Hall, she'll drive quickly up the court, gives it to Lily Smith near side, trying to go inside to Cooksley. It was knocked out of bounds, though, by the rails, and the Wildcats will hold on to it. Beaver, Goring, and Larson will check in for Lily Smith, Asleason, and Cooksley. 62-16 our score. Beaver looking to inbound. Deep inbound here to Thorson. Thorson had it poked out, and a race after the steal is won by the rails. Number 15, Julia Toll. That'll be her second steal and makes it 64-16. Claire Beaver through some traffic. Oh, got the pass off, but they're going to get a charge call here on, I believe, on Claire Beaver. Yeah, it is on Beaver. Her second. Team's fifth. Rails will get a few substitutions on their side. With it now is Anna Evans. She'll give it to Chisago Carlson. Carlson inside, nice move, and she lays it in for 2. 66-16. Under 8.5 to go. Annika Hall quickly moving with it, gives it to Thorson for 3. Shot just long, no good, and rebounded there by Gianna Hansen. And we get a whistle, and it will be on the Wildcats. That'll be their team's 6th, and the first on Kayla Larson. Inbounding it will be Anna Evans. I apologize, I've been calling her Anna. It's Anna Evans. Inbounds to Ellie Pease. Back on the far side to Rodberg. Rodberg will give it near side here to Evans. That's Anna Evans. Now to Gianna Hansen. That pass nearly stolen away by Hall, but somehow taken back by the rails. They come up with it. That was Varel who somehow came down with it. Hansen goes inside to Rodberg. She gives it back outside to Varel, but they're going to say as Rodberg pulled it in, she traveled, so the ball is turned over to the Wildcats. Checking in now is Peyton Walker. Annika Hall will inbound here. Thorson back to Hall. I think that's why I was calling her Anna Evans and not Anna. Because Annika Hall's pass nearly stolen, but Larson's going to come up with it. Kayla Larson has it, brings it to the top of the key, sitting at the Chisago Lakes logo. Fakes the pass one way, gives it to Goring. Goring just inside that three-point line. She drives inside, and it just ripped away. No, they're going to say jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to favor and point the way of the Wildcats. 66-16. Again, we got running time here with 6:40 to go. Claire Beaver will inbound for Chisago Lakes. Inbound here to Annika Hall. Hall gives it to Goring. Goring at the top of the key gives it back to Hall. Hall looking for a screen. She got the screen. Oh, she's open, but didn't notice it. Now she gives it here to Beaver. 4 seconds to shoot. 3 seconds to shoot. Thorson for 3. Good! McKenna Thorson for 3 to make it 66-19. But the Rails will not slow down their offense. They'll get it quickly going once again to Pease. Pease inside to Varel. Shot is up. No good. Shot is rebounded by Pease. And stolen away, though, by Claire Beaver. Beaver trying to go coast to coast. Wants to give it back out here to Larson. Larson shot no good. And that ball hits out of... Oh. They're going to say it was out on the Wildcats. A little bit of confusion for everybody there. I think everyone else thought it was out on Proctor, but not the case. So Pease will get it. She'll hand it to Varel. And that one's going to be poked out by Larson. Larson trying to get it back, and somehow, some way, Peyton Walker came up with it. Larson coming back the other way, says, give me that. But again, Goring there. Blocked it! Goring with the block. A 3 from Larson, just off the mark, and it will be out of bounds. Kayla Larson, a good look from 3 on that far side. Just missing. But again, another good look for Larson, and Larson has clearly stepped up the intensity, and I think her teammates are feeling it. Varel gets the pass. Now she gives it off to Hansen. Hansen goes back to Varel. Inside shot, no good, but she was fouled shoulder line and shoot 2. 66-19 running clock, under 5 minutes to go. Varel at the line to shoot 2. And the first foul there on McKenna Thorson. Varel's first one is good to make it 67-19. As Leeson, Cooksley check in for Thorson and Goring. By the time this free throw is off, it'll be 4:30 left. Savannah Varel, no good on the second. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by, the Chisago Lakes is who they're going to say. So 67-19. Ball is knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats on the rebound. Getting set to inbound is Peace. Peace underneath the basket, and it is stolen away. Annika Hall absolutely tore it away. Annika Hall quickly up to Cooksley. Cooksley lays it in for 2. Beautiful passing between them two to make it 67-21. But the Rails will waste no time bringing their offense back up the court. Oh, that was a travel and a half, but they missed it. Now with it is Walker. Walker giving it off to Evans. Anna Evans now back to Ellie Pease. Pease to Toll. Inside to Pease. Outside here. For 3, no good by Gustafson, rebounded by Pease. And then dropped in for 2. I think they said Gustafson for 2. Claire Beaver, by the way, brings it up for the Wildcats, 69-21. As Leeson has it. Shot just no good. Another good look there for the Wildcats, just unable to drop it in. Pease will get the rebound for the Rails. Pease on this near side, gives it to Julia Toll. Toll gives it back to Pease, and Pease, this one is going to be, stolen away by Claire Beaver. She was grabbing at it, and she finally was able to pick it up. Now she's going to take it all the way as Leeson gets the pass. Outside Hall, wide open, but defense got there in time. They noticed it. Pass was just a little late. Now Claire Beaver on that far side for 3, just off the mark, a little short. She's going to get her own rebound, lost the ball inside. Shot is up. She drew the foul. Claire Beaver was not gonna be denied there on that one, and what effort there by Claire Beaver. Foul will go against Gustafson. Her third, team's 7th. Again, 2 here for Claire Beaver. First one, no good. So it's 69-21. The score remains. We'll get the subs in. 35 and 31 check in. 31 is Madison Eagle. And this one is good. Claire Beaver, 1 of 2 there. Make it 69-22. But here come the rails once again. Toll has it, trying to drive inside on Beaver. This one is going to be stolen away. That is Madison Eagle with the steal. Eagle with the steal, and now Cooksley has it. Cooksley underneath the basket, fouled, shoot line and shoot 2. Great job there by Madison Eagle to get that steal. Foul. Not sure who. It's the 8th team foul for the Rails. Not sure on who. Shot no good by Cooksley. Meanwhile, the other substitution was 35 Ruby Anderson, and we'll get a couple more. So again, Cooksley at the line, missed her first, but she's got another opportunity. This one no good as well. Madison Eagle on the far side trying to get the rebound, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Rails. So number 2, and I believe it was 13 check in. So that is Cara Hall and Ella Smith. They will check in for the Wildcats. Lily Smith will inbound here to Madison Eagle. Shot up, no good. Rebound there by Lily Smith. No, it's going to be taken in by the Rails. That's Toll. And all the way coast to coast, no good. This one is picked up by Hall. Hall has it, gives it over on the near side to Ella Smith. Smith, she'll give it over to Ruby Anderson. Anderson back to Hall. Hall, now on that far side, Lily Smith has it. Backs it out to Madison Eagle from the free throw line, no good. Rebounded there by Ella Smith. She's fouled. She'll go line and shoot, I believe, 2. It's going to be the 10th on the Rails. Varel with the foul on her, and the free throw is good. The free throw up and in by Ella Smith. So make it 69-23. This one is no good, but Madison Eagle there. She puts it back in for 2. Plus the rebound. Here come the Rails. Varel with it. Gives it off here to Rodberg. 7 seconds. They really don't need to do anything but drain the rest of the clock. That's what they'll do. 25-69 is the final. Wildcats fall here to the Rails. 69-25. So that is going to be the final here in this one. The Rails defeat the Wildcats. We're going to take a commercial break here. We're from some of our fine sponsors. We'll be back to recap this one here on KBEK.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Rock Crusher Outdoors wants you to show them your buck. Rock Crusher Outdoors presents the Big Buck Contest. Send us your picture of your buck and you'll be entered in to win a Ruger American 30-06 bolt action from Rock Crusher Outdoors. And wait, it gets better. If you're wearing Rock Crusher apparel and you win, Rock Crusher Outdoors will throw in a free scope. The Rock Crusher Outdoors Big Buck Contest brought to you by Dale's Heating Appliance, MDHA, Snake River, and Jim Jordan chapters. You have to the end of November to enter. Winner will be chosen at random. Full contest rules at WCMPradio.com under the contest tab. No purchase necessary.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Join us for the biggest sale of the year.
With great deals on thousands of ice fishing and winter sports products under one roof.
You can shop, compare, and save.
Special features include the thrilling Sea Lion Splash,
trout fishing in the frozen basin,
and pro fishing and cooking tips from experts in the icebox.
If there's too much to see,
come back a second day for free.
Come for the deals.
Stay for the fun.
December 13th through 15th at the Deck in Duluth.
ArrowheadIceShow.com.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, load up on deals like Heggy's Pizza, 2 for $16 with a new breakfast pizza available. Starbucks Frappuccinos are 2 for $7. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King Size for only $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon. Get ready for hunting and frying that turkey 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual are dedicated to expressing our gratitude this Thanksgiving and every day. We're thankful for your trust in us. We hope you enjoy a memorable holiday with the ones you love. Thanks for continuing to trust in tomorrow. Contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us for all your insurance needs. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reassurance Company.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, the Proctor Rails get the victory here over the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, 69-25. The Wildcats here fall to 0-3 on the season, while the Rails improve to 4-0. Taking a look at some of the stats from this game here tonight, leading the way points-wise for the Rails was Chloe Carlson with 21, and then 14 for Lily Smith, 12 for Paige Evans. Rebound-wise, it was Chloe Carlson with 7, then 6 for Peyton Walker, 5 for Ellie Pease. They were 4 of 6 on the game from the free throw line. They were also had 16 team fouls as a team and 19 steals as well, 12 in the first half, 7 in the second. For the Wildcats, they had 2 players who led them with 6 points. That was Annika Hall and McKenna Thorson, each with 6, then 4 for Claire Beaver. Rebound-wise, leading the team was Kayla Larson with 4. They were 7 of 16 from the free throw line, something they will definitely look to improve as they go forward. They had 10 team fouls, 7 in the second half, 3 in the first. They had 7 steals, though, 6 in the second half, 1 in the first. So they definitely improved. You could tell that the intensity definitely stepped up, and it was really cool to see that intensity step up. And So, yeah, we're really cool to see the intensity kind of make its way forward and step up. But I think it's just a confidence thing for the Wildcats right now. I think if they can get some confidence early on, I think that'll be huge for them going forward, because they are a really good team. They've got some talent. They've got the young ladies to do it, but it's just a matter of, getting that confidence early and often, and are they able to get that confidence going before it's too late? Because you could see in the second half they started to gain some confidence, and when they did, the things started to get going pretty darn well, if I might add. But unfortunately, it just seemed a little too late. So if they're able to get that going for themselves, man, they could really get things going for themselves. And they could be a team that will look a lot. They will be. I don't think they will be. They will be. I know they will be a team that looks a lot different at the end of the season than they do right now. And that is in the best, most positive way possible. They are going to look so much better. It is going to be really impressive to see where they get from this point to the end of the season. For the Wildcats, well, of course, this will be it for this weekend, and then they will start it up again on Tuesday. They will host St. Agnes and Matamidi next week. That is it. So they'll have 2 games next week. They get to host St. Agnes and Matamidi. They'll be home for that, and then the next week, the week after that, which is the 9th through the 13th, they'll go on the road to play Becker, Hermantown, and Monticello on that Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. So not an easy road for the Wildcats coming up here, but it's a road in which they get to learn from and get to gain a lot of experience. And again, I think while it will be daunting, they will gain a lot of experience. And again, this team will look a lot different than it does now at the end of the season. The Rails, they're a really good team. They really are. They put the pressure on early, and they didn't let up. And that's what was impressive to see is while they put the pressure on early, they were able to keep that pressure up in the second half as well, and that's not easy to do for a team when you've got the team that literally runs up and down this court nonstop. It seemed like they just couldn't catch their breath. Well, maybe I couldn't, but they did a really good job. For the Rails, they won't play until next Thursday when they go to Hermantown, and they'll have a few road games. Their next 3 will be road games. The 5th, they'll go to Hermantown. The 10th, they'll go to Superior, and then on the 12th, they'll head to Pine City. And then they'll finally have a home game on December 14th when they'll host St. Francis. So a few road games, and then they'll finally get to host St. Francis on December 14th. So that is going to do it here for me, Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all tuning in. Of course, you give me a job to do, so I thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate that. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. If it weren't for our sponsors, well, we wouldn't be able to call and come out to any of these games, so definitely a huge shout-out to all of them. Again, remember to stay tuned to our morning shows on this station, 95.5 FM, KBEK, with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, then over on 100.9 FM with the PA announcer, Joshua Miron, at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports update. We'll talk this game, all the other games in our local listening area, plus regional and national sports as well. Of course, stay tuned to our websites at kbk.com, wcmpradio.com, for the broadcast schedule, for game recaps, articles, and interviews, of course, as well as our social medias, our Facebooks, our Instagrams, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio. Well, for us, that broadcast schedule will be up on Monday afternoon, so be sure to look out for that. But until then, I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what somebody's going could really make their day. Again, the final here in this one, the Rails beat the Wildcats 69-25. For Nice 95.5 FM, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your Thanksgiving weekend.